One of the most interesting cases I investigated many years ago now was in an ordinary council house in North Bristol. I was called there because the family had been seeing strange lights in the sky, and the UFO group had started investigating it. But then odd things started to happen in their house. They were seeing strange things, they were hearing strange things, they saw the lights swinging when there was no one there, they heard somebody opening the front door but there wasn't anybody there. The clock was jumping along the mantelpiece of its own accord when nobody touched it, and the television was changing channels spontaneously with nobody near it. So they called me in to try and find out what was happening. I found a very pleasant and interesting family. I got on fine. I went there a day a week for many weeks and sat there and watched. And of course nothing happened. And I got them to keep a diary, and I put various pieces of apparatus in there to detect what was going on, and nothing was detected at all. I put a sort of fraud detecting piece of apparatus there, and they didn't fall for that and commit any frauds, which meant that I could relax a bit about that. And then one day when I was sitting there, the clock jumped along the mantelpiece. I thought, wow, you know, at last something psychic's happened, amazing. So I wanted to find out, was this to do with the position on the mantelpiece? Would any clock in that position jump? Or was it something about the clock? Was the clock haunted or the place haunted? So I thought the best thing to do was replace that clock with another clock and take the jumping clock away to my house. So I got them to put another clock on the mantelpiece, and I took the jumping clock home to my desk, put it down on my desk, kept working, you know, day after day, and suddenly it went ch-ch, and I thought, ha, whatever this is, whether it's a ghost or something normal, it's in the clock. So I took it to a technician I knew who specialises in mending clocks, and he took it to bits, and he told me that it was a very cheap metal 1950s clock with a very heavy old dirty spring in it that was totally clogged up, he showed me, with muck and dirt and so on. And what happened was, you wind the spring tight, it all sticks together with this gooey stuff, and then as it unwinds it sticks and then jumps. And because the clock's so light and it was on a shiny tiled mantelpiece, it would actually move it a long way along. And that was the beginning of dismantling the story. It turned out that the television channels could be changed by various kinds of sounds, ultrasound, that could be produced by the rattling of a dog's chain, and often it happened when the dog was lying in front of the television, and other sounds as well could do it. We tried some out, and gradually the whole thing fell to pieces. Now I still don't know whether really the lights were swinging when nobody was there, as the people said. I never saw that happen, and I have only their word to go on. And that's how it's always been. Things I've been able to investigate have turned out to have a normal explanation, and a lot remains that I just don't know.